Hello. What's up, guys? What's up? This is Jason, and you're watching Ray of Light Tarot. I apologize about the light. Actually, I'm going to move a little bit, get situated here. I'm over at Brendan's house, and I'm using his office tonight to do the Hump Day Live minis. So I want to make sure I don't have that light shining behind me. There, that's a little better, isn't it? We'll do it like this. Let's see. Perfect. Anyway, what's up? Welcome on in tonight, guys. Happy Hump Day. Happy Wednesday. My name is Jason. This is Ray of Light Tarot. You can also call me Seva Sundar, or Ray. Some people like to call me Ray, as in Ray of Light Tarot. Hope you guys are doing well. Hope you're having a nice week. I hope you have been coming off the high of this full moon. That full moon energy, that super moon last week was powerful, was it not? I felt that it was. Anyway, so we're going to have a little good time this Wednesday evening. We're going to do some Hump Day mini readings. I have a list going. And as we've been doing, if you would like to get on the list, it's a $20 love offering to get one question. And if you would like to ask two questions, it is a $25 love offering. The list is open. I have on the list, hey Steph, hey Jane Thing, what's up? I have on the list tonight, Chad, Stephanie, and Malia. Those are the three on the list so far tonight. So if you want to get your name added onto the list, just go on and send over that $20 or $25, depending on how many questions you want to ask, and we will get you started. Steph, I'm going to start with you. Yeah, I had that light in the background. I'm over at Brendan's house. I'm in his office. He had asked me to come stay with him tonight, so I'm just doing some mini readings from over here tonight. Here we go. Okay. Yes, Chad, Stephanie, and Malia. I'm actually going to go Malia, Chad. I'm actually going to go Stephanie, Chad, Malia. Hey, Mona Reese, welcome. So I have all my cards here, so we're all set to go. Now, Steph. I was looking back to see what we were going to look at for you since we're doing a post stuff happening today thing. Can you generically tell me in the chat what you want me to kind of check on a little bit? Because now that I've thought about it, I'm kind of not sure. Jane Thing is doing well and just getting home. Mona, how are you doing? Welcome in, guys. Thank you for being here. The energy. Look at the energy from tonight. Oh, that's a good thing. All right, I'm going to say a little intention, and then I'll get this thing popping, okay? Hope everyone's having a nice week. Happy Hump Day. Thank you, Universe. Thank you, Source. Thank you, Spirit. Thank you, Angels, Archangels, Spirit Guides, and Ancestors. Thank you, Archangels Michael, Raphael, Gabriel, Uriel. Thank you for being pillars, cornerstones, and guides. Thank you, Guardian Angel Lehachia, Spirit Team, all ancestors. Thank you. Lauren, Bentley, who else? I have to call in all my little guides and everything. What I'm calling in for is just clear, direct, and necessary messages for all of you who need guidance today. All right, guys, let's do this thing. So, Steph, what I'm going to first look at is the energy from tonight, kind of get a read on the energy. And then Rebecca, welcome Rebecca. So we've got a list working. I've got Stephanie, Chad, and Malia on the list so far. And I'm starting with Stephanie. She has a two-part question. So first, Steph, energy check from tonight. And then second part of the reading will be guidance for you, right? Sounds good? Sounds good. Yeah, the list is open, guys. $20 for one question, $25 for two. Thank you. I'm using the Rider-Waite deck tonight. So here we go, y'all. Here we go. So this is our energy check. So a lot going on here with the energy check. Foundationally, you have the strength card, Steph. So this is major arcana. The thing to remember about the strength card, especially with it being here in your foundation, is, you know, there's a lot of tests we go through in these situations. Sometimes the energy read isn't so much about what's actually happening out there in the energy, but it's about why it's happening and what you need to know about it. And for you, some of this is a test because the universe, you've got this balancing energy. The universe is really trying to help you find your way and help you get into a real place where your energy is balanced, and not only balanced, but where you're going to feel strong in that balance, right? That's what the strength card is all about. And also using this, the strength card is about restraint, right? Applying restraint, having the ability to apply restraint, knowing when to use restraint. And so for you, it's that. The other things that are happening here with the energy tonight, outside of what the test is for you, is this stuff. So you've got these two cards came out for Mr. M, which is the Emperor card and the Five of Cups card. So it's like, on the one hand, this person is putting on this display as though they're the Emperor. So to everyone around, they look like this person who's large, in charge, and very confident. But what's really going on behind the scenes is that this person's very sad. They're experiencing a great deal of loss in their life. They have very little left to hold on to. There are the two cups here. So there is this love relationship that they're holding on to, which I know you understand and are part of. But most of their life, in a lot of ways, is kind of tipped over and not great. So they're putting on a show. They're putting on this great display that they're very confident, strong, large, and in charge. But in reality, they're not. They're really grieving, and they're not really confident about where things are. The beautiful part is you do have this Six of Cups, which is such a beautiful sort of childlike connection. It's there. This is you here too. You've got the Queen of Cups coming out. Be very careful not to, see, this is, your lesson is repeating. This is a repeated lesson because I can feel myself. I remember myself saying, if I'm getting a deja vu, like I've said this to you before. So remember this one big time, because you don't want to ever repeat stuff in your lessons. Be careful not to get sidetracked where you allow yourself, because this is the Queen of Cups. The Queen of Cups is, the Queen of Cups is water energy. Water energy is all about emotion and the flow, right? It's a great card. But this Queen of Cups in the Rider-Waite deck, she's taking that emotion, the emotion that's a beautiful thing, and the love that is a beautiful thing, and she might not, because her focus is a little bit out of balance on it, it's causing it to become something it shouldn't be. So often I've told people, when I look at this card, the Queen of Cups, who is a very loving energy, starts to feel trapped. That starts to look like jail cell bars behind her head on the chair, like she's got herself in a self-imposed prison. And that beautiful chalice she's looking at starts to look like an urn that holds ashes instead of a chalice or a monstrance or anything else. It starts to become something it's not. So what that's saying to you, hey Malia, welcome. You're on the list, honey. So what that's saying to you is, be very careful minding your own balance, right? Not letting anything throw your balance off, especially remembering a lot of times things aren't what they seem. It's just really a test. It's a test to say, we're going to test her and see, has she really learned since the last time? Okay, because a lot of this is just a test and it's nothing more, but you've got to remember to sort of step outside your senses, like what you see, what you're hearing, it's not that. Remember, we are because of the journey you're on, this is real, but it's not as real as as your experience. And so this is really telling you, this and the Strength card, to step outside of that. Yeah, and to remember not to let yourself be affected by that which is not real. And that which is not real is what you're seeing, hearing, and you're even kind of being told that, right? You're being told that's not real. So that's the universe giving you like an extra, it's almost like they're giving you the test and then they're giving you the answers too at the same time. You just have to pay attention. Like the universe is kind of helping you have the answers ahead of time. Like, remember, you've been told what you're seeing is not real. And it's not just what you're being told it is, it's actually like the universe is trying to tell you from a higher perspective, it's really not real. What you know is what's real. And so don't allow your mind to, don't monkey mind this to the point that it traps you into a way you don't even need to be trapped, because this is where you're supposed to be. And as long as you can stay in this energy, you've got the Magician as an outcome card. That's a masculine creator energy. That's a manifestation energy. And it's saying like you have all the tools, you have all the capability of making this situation become whatever you want it to be. It's like having a puppy being given a free doggy obedience school class, but then thinking to yourself, how am I ever going to train this puppy? Well, very easily. You've got everything you need right in front of you. It might take a little time. It's not going to happen tomorrow, but you do have all the tools and the ability to get exactly what you want in this situation. And it's really important that you remember that you stay in that mindset, because nothing you saw tonight was real. It was all just a test. And you'll have another one. You'll have another one coming up. And the next time, try to remember this is just a test. This is just a test. I want you to remind yourself that beforehand. I wanted to remind you a little bit earlier, but I wanted to see if you picked up on it. And I know it's hard. Like, you're going to get there where you go, oh, wait, this is just a test. It's not real. It's just a test to see where I'm at spiritually, emotionally. If I'm able to mind over matter this, or really soul over mind this. And you're ready. You're almost there. But yeah, I think it's really important to, you will. But it's really important to remind yourself of that next time, because you're going to probably have another one really soon, because this one came a little after a break. There was a break in time, and then this one came. And so the next one's probably going to come a lot sooner. It won't be long, and you'll have another one, and you'll remember ahead of time, it's only a test. Don't let it get me, right? So that's good. All right, so let's see what the Animal Spirit Oracle card is for this. Oh, I should have brought some water up. Okay. Animal Spirit Oracle. Koala Spirit. That's card number 35, which is an 8. This is all about the destined path, right? And you can see it says, Spirit has a plan. So this is a big one for you, Koala Spirit, right? Keep in mind that Spirit has a plan. This is really about your path. Remember, everything we see and experience is a mirror. Everything is a mirror. And so, and then in the foundation, you have the Peacock Spirit. Remember what you offer. You have something to offer that no one else does. We're all unique in that way, and to let it shine. I like those cards. Excuse me. Okay. Next was your guidance going forward from this. I mean, we kind of did the guidance already, but let's see if there's anything else. I'm going to use my other deck for that. Integration. Listen to Jane Thing. Integration. Oh, yeah. Yeah, guys, the list is open if you would like to get a Hump Day mini reading. I'm not going to be on too long tonight because I'm not at home. Obviously, I'm going to go hang out with Bren. But if you would like to, you're welcome to. Situation. Okay. The Lover's card came out. Wow, 10 of Pentacles. So big message here. Look at this. Foundationally, you have the Three of Wands. The Three of Wands is about manifestation and something coming back. Like what you've put in is the effort you've put in, the energy you've put into something is coming back. It's repaying you. This is like return on an investment, right? This is your return on your investment. You're being reminded that there's a big return on a big investment coming for you. You have the Lover's card. That's a very strong and unique soulmate connection, twin flames, soulmates, something very high level that can't really be reproduced with someone else, and that nobody else can really emulate. The 10 of Pentacles, that's something long term. Okay, this is, the Pentacles are earth energy, and it's long-term stability. It's long-term sort of reliable energy. This is not something that is going to be up and down or, in any way, unclear. So it's really up to you to remember that and to trust in this, to know that this connection you have with this person is a high level soulmate connection, and it's like no other, right? Ships coming, yeah, but technically still at bay. So that's true. So because what that's a good point Jane made. I do want to sort of mention on that, sort of speak on that, because that is a good point. Actually, thank you for saying that, Jane. So this does mean, your ships are coming in, like the things you're waiting for have manifested or are manifesting. They're in the process of manifesting and they are coming in, but they're not here yet. They're still out at bay. Like the typical Three of Wands, the person's looking out into the ocean, waiting for that ship to come in. It's important to remember that, because a lot of these cards are about being patient. Like the Ten of Pentacles is a great card of reassurance, but it also is a card of patience and telling you, hey, hang in there. It's not here yet, but it's not going anywhere. Then you have the Sun. Really love that card. The Sun is masculine energy. The Sun is clarity. The Sun is where the Moon is quiet and thoughts and feelings. The Sun is loud and actions and words, and it's all the things you want to be clear. And this is saying the outcome of this situation is not at all unclear. It's very clear, it's very known, and it's something that you don't have to nothing's in question. It's very, very clear, and it's on its way. So I would say that what I get from this guidance here is for you to remember that you have nothing to doubt, you have nothing to be afraid of. Accept your doubts, accept your fears. Those are the things to be afraid of. Be afraid of fearing. Like FDR used to say, the only thing we have to fear is fear itself. That was a great line, and it was very true. I think that for you, the only thing you have to be afraid of is those fears, are those doubts. That's your biggest enemy right now, are your doubts, are your fears. Those are the things that can hurt you. The actual situation cannot hurt you. Only what gets in here can, okay? Let's pull an Animal Spirit Oracle. Okay, I'm going to do, I don't know if Chad is here or not, but I'm going to do Chad real quick, Malia, and then I think you got 2 questions also, didn't you, Malia? Here's your answer. Animal Spirit, Armadillo Spirit, card number 3. Remember, the 3 is building. It's that building energy, right? 3 of Wands. You're waiting on that return. And it's Armadillo Spirit. It is about self-protection, though, too. It says set healthy boundaries. So this is saying, yes, get out of your head. Don't be afraid. Don't sabotage yourself. But also, to stop that from happening, maybe you need to set some healthy boundaries with other people and with yourself, right? Setting healthy boundaries is going to be so powerful for you. Nothing's wasted. There's no wasted time here. There's no wasted energy. But don't be afraid to set healthy boundaries to make sure that you're not allowing yourself to spin out because of a situation that is very challenging, that is very frustrating, that in the 3D world could seem very, very confusing and fear-inducing and insecurity-inducing, all of that stuff, right? But in reality, it doesn't need to be. It really doesn't have to be. So set healthy boundaries and everything will be just fine. I promise. Thank you, Steph. All right, so next is going to be Chad. I don't know if Chad is here, but either way, I'm going to go ahead and do his read. What's our time marker right now? So I can tell him 1909. Okay. Okay, Chad, here we go. Thanks for Chad regarding the current situation and his travel plans this weekend. All right. So you have the King of Cups in your foundational energy. So I would say for the rest of the week, and then as you travel this weekend, you're going to be feeling like you're really strong, like in the flow of your emotions. You're going to be feeling good, feeling, pretty high vibrational. You have Justice coming into that's that's Libra. That's the card of Libra. That's really good karma. That's justice. It's upright. So you're getting, to a certain degree, you are getting things that you've wished for. maybe not in exactly the form you expected them to come in, but they are coming in. You also have the Four of Swords crowning. So this is a great time for you to just, I know it's tempting when like, you know, you've got a lot going on to sort of like think about the next thing in the future. But right now I would say just stay really present in your current energy and allow this current energy where you're staying present and a little bit at rest, enjoying your time away from home, enjoying your vacated NYC. Allow that to allow you to heal a little bit and to get some kind of rest and recuperation. Because as you do this, you've got the Judgment card, another major coming out. So there's going to be some big awakened energy coming in at the end of the trip. So really allow yourself to rest and not get overwhelmed. You've got the Two of Cups also. So there is this strong soulmate connection around you. I don't know if this is specific to your trip or if this is where, you know, moving forward, it could be both. It could be one or the other. It feels like it's both. Strong Leo energy. Obviously, there's water energy here, Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces. That's in your foundation as well with the King of Cups. A lot of fiery energy too. I don't know. That's probably like passion. There's not a fire sign necessarily other than Leo energy, but that's all around you. So I would say the two biggest important keys for you, Chad, into your travels this weekend is number one, don't get overwhelmed. Two major arcanas, that's a chance to maybe be a little overwhelmed, right? Okay, Rebecca, thank you. That's a chance to maybe be a little overwhelmed, but they really want you to, the guides really want you to take this time to rest and recuperate and sort of reclaim your balance, reclaim the you in all of this, all right? And so that's going to be really key for you. It's going to be a good time, and I like that the outcomes. I love that there's two majors here, especially the Judgment card is one of your outcomes. So justice and judgment, not bad. Just remember, part of this is not about where you are, it's about where it's taking you. But for it to take you where it's needing to take you, you just need to stay focused on the where you are, the here and now. I know that's very confusing because we're talking about the future, but we're wanting you to manifest the future by being stuck in the now. But that's the only way to manifest the future, is by being present in the now, right? I know you know, man. Okay. Nightingale spirit, love is all around. Well, clearly, you got that Two of Cups, so love is definitely all around. Got that 41, so 5. Lots of change in the air, too. Love and a lot of change in the air. Really cool. I like ye. What's in the foundation? Porcupine spirit, take on a beginner's mind. Porcupine spirit, very cool. That's a 3. So, building energy. All right, Chad, thank you, sir. Malia, what would you like to ask tonight? What's your first part 1 of your question? Miss Malia. Right? Don't underestimate your power. Yes, you can, Malia. All right, let's see. General guidance for Malia. Okay. All right, Malia. So, you have the Hanged Man again coming in as your sort of, I would call it foundational energy. It's not foundational, though, because it's not the bottom of the deck. The bottom of the deck is the Princess of Wands, but it feels connected to your foundation. So, there's this energy that's just starting to build up within you that's wanting to be very action oriented, right? That's like impassioned and fiery, and it'll get up to that queen energy soon. But right now it hasn't reached its apex yet. And so you have to kind of stay listening to this Hanged Man energy, which is that energy of don't make any big moves, lots of clarity, lots of enlightenment coming to you, right? Your mind is being enlightened right now as you stay in this sort of energy, right? And stay in that energy, okay, while this Princess of Wands is growing, because yeah, it is intense. And it's like, no matter how much you may want, I mean, this feels like this energy just wants to break free and do something like very daring, very action oriented, but it's really important that you stay here because look what's coming behind that. The Four of Wands. The timing, perfect divine timing is on its way, right? And there's a lot of spiritual connectivity to that. There's a lot of, organization that go, the thing about this Four of Wands, you've got the dove, and you've also got the ram, that Capricorn energy of organize. So it's like you want the dove and the ram, that spirit of organization and that spirit of spiritual awareness and divine timing to come together in perfect timing. Okay, and they will. Right now, you're still trying to there's a little bit of spinning wheels here. You have the Two of Pentacles, which is such a beautiful energy with the sun and the moon and choice and finding that striking that perfect balance, right? But right now you've got a lot, you're dealing with a lot. You've got the Nine of Swords, that's a lot of mental energy, a lot of unsettled thoughts. You've got the Six of Cups, which is the Six of Cups is such a beautiful energy, and that's that child. So it's like on the one hand you've got this, you're feeling very connected to the inner child, right? And you're feeling very sort of in that inner childlike connection. You're feeling very in the flow, right? That emotional flow. But then with this other stuff going on around that, it's very frustrating because it's like you feel this way, but then your mind's telling you all these different things. So you're kind of in a little bit of a flux. But the biggest thing I can say is trust the Hanged Man energy. Just wait. The time is coming. It's not quite time yet. You also have the Five of Swords, which is very frustrating because it's like it feels like it's time. You've got the Five of Swords because the Five of Swords is that desire to go, to fight, to win, to win. Your ego is kicking in and saying, okay, no, I don't get to sit here and be stepped on, whether it's by another person, by an energy, by a situation. Something's telling you, no, I don't have to sit here and be stepped on by this situation. I've got to move. And yes, you do, but it's not quite time yet. Just be patient. The universe is moving things for you into perfect position, and you will know beyond a shadow of a doubt when it's time to actually take that action. And you won't even be in Princess of Wands energy. You're going to be way up in the Queen of Wands or Empress energy, and it'll all flow the way it's supposed to. Trust me on that. Let me pull a animal spirit card for this. The Green Halo. Oops, what was that? Just flew out. The Lizard Spirit just came out for you. It says, dream your world into being. Card number 38. So there's an 11 for you. Okay, dream your world into being. And what else does the lizard do? Or a chameleon? They blend in. Why? That's one of their ways of protecting themselves. It's a weapon, the ability to blend in with your surroundings. You need to be blending in right now while you're dreaming your world into being. Just blend in because the time is coming. That foundational energy, let it shine. The peacock spirit, boom, let it shine. It's coming. There is a beginning and an ending and a whole review of a many-year cycle coming up. Okay, where that heart chakra is going to shine some big things. But right for now, just dream your world into being, blend in, it's almost time. Okay, what was your second question, honey? Question number 2. Pregunta número 2. Pregunta número 2. Okay, I'm gonna move. I'll do. Why don't we do this? I'm gonna go ahead and do Rebecca, and after I do her, I don't think there's anyone after her. So if you want to just hang in and think about it, and after I do her, if you think of one, you can ask, or if someone else wants to ask one, like if Layla's around and she has something, just let me know. Just think about it for a minute while I do Rebecca's, and then you can come back to it, or you can save it. It's up to you. Rebecca, what's your question? Okay. Thank you, Malia. All natural Rebecca. I have to show you guys something. Where is it? I remember Brendan and I were going for a walk on the beach, and we were talking about like we were talking about manifestation and like applying it to like your daily life and work and everything. And I said, you really have to really manifest things and to make things sometimes work, you almost have to have unrealistic or delusional belief. Like a belief that's almost delusional is really what it takes to manifest. And he was like, I'm going to write that down and print it. And he did. He keeps it on his desk. Manifest delusional belief. I think that's so funny. Manifest delusional belief. Hey, it's true. You got to. So anyway, Rebecca, are you here? Where is Rebecca? Miss Rebecca. Where did she go? Rebecca. Usually she wants one to be a general, so I should probably just go ahead and do that, but I want to wait and make sure. So how's everyone's week going? Is everyone having a nice middle of the week? Guys. All right, Rebecca, I'm going to go ahead and start because I think your first question is probably a general one. Oh, you're back. What's your first question, Rebecca? General? One general love reading. Okay, that's what I thought. General guidance and love for Rebecca. Guys, the list is open. If you want to get on the list, go do so now. Ooh, I like it. Wow, okay. This is interesting. So you do have the Ace of Cups in your foundation. It's okay. You have the Ace of Cups in your foundation, which represents obviously new energy in love, or new, at least certainly new emotions coming into your life, a renewed sense of emotional excitement. And behind that, you have the Lust or the Strength card. So there's definitely some balancing, some push-pull, major arcana, masculine and feminine trying to come together. Now, in your recent past, you have the Ten of Swords, and that is heartbreak. It's like endings, and it's tough, right? You've got the heart that's pierced. So this is coming back up. Something from the recent past that ended, or that pain, is coming back up for review, and you have the Seven of Wands. So someone may start to try to come in, and you may be very resistant to that or defensive about that energy. Or that's what you're being kind of guided to do, is that it's probably just a test to see where you're at and to be strong. Remember your own autonomy and don't allow anyone to kind of mess with that. You also have the Queen of Pentacles. So that's you, Virgo moon. It's like step into that strong earth energy of stability, of being, yes, nurturing and reliable, but very stable within yourself and reliable to and for yourself also. You also have the Magician or Magus card. That Magician card is all about whatever you want. This Ace of Cups, coming in and being foundational to you, it's giving you the opportunity to manifest whatever it is you want in love. So part of that could be that you're trying to get some closure on the past so that you can really move forward with this new energy that's come in, and do it in a way that feels safe, but also feels new and fresh and different. There's something about stale energy from the past that really you're wanting to clear out, or the universe is wanting you to clear out once and for all. And I think that's what these are pertaining to. And that's what's going to allow you to really be embracing that Ace of Cups energy, and even more so as you move forward, embracing this Magician or Magus energy and the Lust or Strength energy. All of that together is going to work to do some amazing things for you. First things first, though, pass any tests from the past that try to come back in, okay? Hey, Tundi, nice to see you. God bless, God bless, God bless, God bless. All right, I'm going to pull an Animal Spirit Oracle card, and then you can put up your second question, Rebecca. What is your second question? Whoa. Okay, that card came out with a vengeance. Spider spirit in your foundation, make your dreams real. Card number 56, that's an 11. And then the owl spirit. You see clearly now. So you better pass the test. You see clearly now. So I think you're going to pass it, right? That's a 7, 43. Holy number of completion. You're ready. You're ready for these things, Rebecca. The time is nigh. You are ready. No doubt about it. All right. Rebecca, what is your second question, honey? Tell me about the Scorpio that's been relentlessly flirting with me. Ooh. Scorpios are flirtatious. They can also be kind of kinky from what I've heard and, What's going on with the Scorpio that's been flirting with Rebecca? Scorpio. Okay. Lots of cards. Well, the Four of Wands and the Fool both kind of flew out together, and they feel like that's bottom of the deck when I flipped it. So foundationally, this is something that is really, timing-wise, is a great thing for you, and it's an opportunity to start fresh, like I was just sort of mentioning in your general love reading at the end. Fresh energy, starting new, starting over, jumping off the cliff. You do have the Hermit card here, front and center for you, so trust your feelings, those deep, that moon energy, right? Your moon is in Virgo, so trust your deepest feelings, that deep inner knowing. Trust those things that come to you in dreams, all of your intuitive stuff, because that's where you're really going to get a clear feeling for this. You have the Tower here, and then the Four of Pentacles. Again, this is pertaining to the past. It's time to, because the Four of Pentacles can have to do with not wanting to let go, especially when something felt like it was a cornerstone, right? Like part of like your cornerstone or one of your cornerstones. So maybe it's been hard to let go of something because of how much it really was a part of you or felt like it was connected to who you are. But the Tower's coming in. It's time to let go of all the past that wasn't serving you. And then you've got the Nine of Pentacles, which is really about self-sufficiency and independence. And it is attached to the Devil card. So I think it's important for you as you move forward to be aware that you need to strike a very healthy balance when it comes to being self-sufficient and independent, but also being open to allowing yourself to rely on others, especially emotionally, to help with your needs and your desires. That's part of, having a healthy romantic relationship with someone, I think, is allowing them to sort of lift you up and to be there for you in ways that maybe make you feel vulnerable, right? Because being vulnerable requires a lot of strength. You also have, as an outcome card, the Seven of Pentacles. I would say you need to be patient with this person. This person really has, obviously, going way back here to the first things that came out, the Fool and the Four of Wands, this person has the desire to really come in strong and to build something. And they're going to touch you pretty deeply as far as your emotions go. It's like, this is something you have to feel deeply. But what I would say with the Seven of Pentacles is it's going to require a lot of patience, because the Seven of Pentacles is about timing and patience and, all of that. So I would say be patient, trust your deepest feelings on this, and don't be afraid. Don't be afraid to try something new, and don't be afraid to be vulnerable. Being vulnerable is really good. It's being strong. I think being vulnerable is being strong, right? It requires a lot of strength. So I see a lot of potential here. I think it's going to move slowly with the Seven of Pentacles, but I think there's a lot of deep depth, and it's not surface, it's deep. There's real emotions here and a real connection, potentially. You have the Giraffe spirit in your foundation. See the big picture. Another 11, another 11. Ooh, and the Crow spirit coming out. Co-create with spirit. And this, when I see the Crow spirit, it's like, speak up. Tell the universe what you want. Be very clear with the universe about what you want, because you can get it. There's an 8. So, yeah, that Crow spirit is like, you can co-create with the universe, but you've got to just be really clear about what you want. And with that giraffe spirit in your foundation, see the big picture. Don't get thrown off by anything from your past testing you, because it's just a test. And I want you to really remember that, because that keeps coming up for me. But yeah, I like this for you. I can't wait to see what happens. Okay, thank you, Rebecca. All right, so Malia, what is Layla's question? Thank you, Rebecca. Layla, you can put Layla's question, and I will be happy to do it for her. And then I'm gonna wrap up. You're welcome, honey. Why am I so hard on myself? Oh, Layla, I wonder that about. I think we all wonder that sometimes about ourselves, especially those of us with strong Virgo placements, because Virgos are perfectionists. And it would be one thing if we were just perfectionists when it came to our dealings with other people, right? Which it's hard enough for them, but we're even harder on ourselves. So believe me, I know. I don't know why, but let's see what the cards tell us about why you're so hard on yourself. Oh. Okay, I'm going to just lay it out how it's coming through, because we don't lie to each other here, do we? So you've got in your foundation the Seven of Swords. Speaking of not lying, this is a little bit of this is lying to yourself. And what I'm seeing that this is about, you're foundationally not being honest with yourself, because you are hard on yourself. But what you're actually doing is you're taking frustration and anger that you have with people around you, people close to you, people not close to you, your frustration, disappointments, and hurts, and instead of dealing with them, you're turning it inward, and you're being hard on yourself. I think a lot of us do that, but you've got to, the only way to fix that is to really start to communicate your frustration instead of, I don't know what you do. I know in the past, you would know if I was mad at you because I would just get quiet. That's what I would do when I was younger, a kid. I just get quiet. I don't say anything. But instead of doing that, what you've got to do is when something bothers you or hurts you or frustrates you, you've got to be vulnerable enough to express that to the person that it involves, because you're getting to a point in life where you're turning that on yourself, and that's not good either. That's really not good, because you shouldn't be punishing yourself. Not that you should be punishing whoever's upsetting you, but if you can communicate it to them in a healthy way, that's the best way to deal with it. But yeah, I think you're a perfectionist also, and as a perfectionist, you're naturally going to be hard on yourself. But most of this that I'm seeing here is stuff that has to do with turning outward stuff inward on yourself, and you need to be more fair to yourself. You're holding on to a lot of things. You've got the Four of Pentacles, and then you have the Five of Swords, right? And sometimes when we're not, that's the Five of Swords does represent a struggle to be vulnerable with the people that we're closest to sometimes. And you've got the Nine of Swords coming out, which is mental energy, overthinking. And that's a combination right there, all three of these things, for turning things inward and being thus way too hard on ourselves, when in reality, what we need to do is give ourselves a break and start trying our best to share what we're feeling in the moment. Listen, better later than never, but it's best if you can actually learn to do it in the moment, not in a reactive way, but just in a responsive, honest way. It takes practice, and it also takes a lot of guts and a willingness to be vulnerable, because the hardest thing in the world to tell someone is that they've hurt you. And that's really what you're saying to someone when you're upset or they've done something that's making you feel some type of way. It's really, you're saying, I'm hurt by this. And that's hard to do. But if you can do that, it's going to help you a lot. Sometimes you might lash out at those people, because you do have, as you do that, I'm seeing the Ace of Wands, which is a great energy. You're going to start to become more comfortable with your own passion, more comfortable sharing that passion. And it might sometimes come out as you being a little bit of a sting. You might sting people, like that wasp energy where sometimes life stings, and you might actually sting people a little bit sometimes, but that's okay, as long as it's people who know you and love you and understand you're working on expressing yourself, right? Better to sting people a little bit and then be able to apologize than to turn all that energy, frustration, anger inwards and be hard on yourself. That's not the answer at all, right? You do have the Eight of Cups. So it's also about processing your emotions. And there's some of it is things you need to be able to release. And once you release it, you won't have as much of a, it's like you're trying to process it and do something with it. And ultimately you want to find a way to release it, because it's not being released when you're hard on yourself anyway. That's just another way of controlling things, right? And I get it. Like I said, I used to do that more when I was younger than I do now, because I've had to learn to really, it's like you have to, it's just, for me, it was like a life or death thing. If I didn't learn to just accept myself and love myself exactly as I am, I was probably going to end up dying, because I was going to keep neglecting and abusing myself with substances and things that were not good for me. So I had to learn to be radically accepting of myself and loving of myself. And that also required me to be a lot more honest with the people around me about things that bothered me, etc. So I would say just work on it. You're young, you're smart, you have a lot to offer, you're very gifted. We know you have spiritual gifts. And I think part of your growth process is to first work on healing yourself, because you need to be able to do that first and foremost so that you can help other people heal as you grow into this and into your gifts. So let's work on first, when that tendency to get quiet comes in because we're upset with someone or about something, to fight that, because that's really our pride and our ego stepping in. And instead of giving into our pride and our ego, work on being vulnerable and saying, this kind of is bothering me, to the person that's bothering you, and see if that helps you to feel a little bit. It's going to feel uncomfortable at first, but if you start doing it more and more, it does get better. It gets easier. And I don't care if nobody else does it. You practice doing it. You be a leader. Like, even if none of your friends are like that, just practice doing it. Lead the way, right? See if they start doing it then. Here is your animal spirit card, Layla. You got the Bobcat spirit. Well, first in your foundation, you have the white raven spirit. Okay. And it says, trust the magic, trust in the magic. So trust in the magic, 66. So the number 6 for me is a lot about the struggle between the flesh and the spirit, right? They're kind of at odds sometimes, but you got to trust in the magic. And behind that, you have the mouse spirit, which is about tending to the small things, right? Tend to the small things, and then you can start to deal with the bigger things. But the card that flew out for you is the Bobcat spirit, card number 8. And it says, life is a mystery. And so this card, what it's really trying to tell you is to sort of be okay with the fact that sometimes the answer is there is no answer. Sometimes the answer is just because. Sometimes the answer is I don't need to know the why of it. I just need to know that it is this way. And to accept the mystery of life and to meet life on life's terms, right? Because I know that can be frustrating too for those of us who have that perfectionist instinct. It's hard to meet life on life's terms, and we want to control things, but the more we just accept life the way it is and the mystery of life and kind of the beauty of the mystery of life, the more happy you can be in the here and now. And all we really have is the here and now, right? So there you go. I hope that helps. I hope that helps you, my dear. And thank you, Layla, through Malia. And yeah, all right, guys, I think that's it. Did I miss anyone? I hope you guys are having a nice hump day. I hope you guys have a nice rest of your week. I will probably be back with you on Sunday night, if not before, maybe Friday night, depending. But I love you guys. You're welcome, Layla and Malia and everybody. Love you guys. Hope you guys have a great night. And yeah, happy Halloween soon, but I'll see you guys before then. Namaste. Bye, guys.